Hey guys, it's Adrienne, and it is time for my weekly update, and it's even on the day I'm weighing in. I know, shocker, amazing. I can't believe it myself. Anyway, so this last week has been really good. I have busted my tail feathers as far as it goes for working out. I'm really proud of myself there. My everything hurts. Oh my god, my everything hurts. Yesterday was really good, gorgeous out. It was like 75 and sunny. I mean, I guess it's 75 and sunny during the afternoon here most of the time, but um, I didn't have anything I had to be doing yesterday. So we went to Sam's Club. We bought a ton of veggies. I portioned them all out into baggies for individual snacks. And then I did the same with some fruit. They had some really fantastic grapes and some blackberries and some blueberries. And I just portioned them into little baggies and put them in my fridge. And today, well, last night I did a crock pot of, it's like taco chicken stuff. It's 2 pounds of chicken and black beans and some mild green chilies and some light sour cream. Next time I make it, I'm actually thinking I'm going to make it with some Greek yogurt instead. Give it a try, see how it goes. It's the only thing I think Greek yogurt's good for is sour cream substitute, but and some French soup mix and a light cream of chicken. Yeah, but crock potted it up last night and it's fantastic. It's a little bland on its own, so I made some quinoa instead of like your typical Spanish rice, and with spinach on like a taco. It's really fantastic, and it's reasonably healthy. So I got the recipe from sparkpeople.com, so I'm pretty happy about that. The only addition I made was one the commenters made, and that was to actually put it in put in the black beans. And I was glad I did because I'm not a huge bean fan traditionally, so beans just I don't like beans, or I've never traditionally liked beans, so I'm gun shy when it comes to foods that I don't like. And it turns out I do like some of them, just to find out what I like. So I'm getting better at that, and I'm very proud of myself for getting better at that. It's a big step, trust me. So, yeah, I think I like the black beans. I actually really like black beans when they're made properly. I found that out moving to the Southwest. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm trying to just portion out all my food for the week so that I can't make dinner a horrible affair as far as it goes, because I just have a tendency to do a few things that are just bad habits to get into, and I think that would be easily broken. One, I don't plan. I don't like planning, and I don't like cooking. It's like I get to the end of the day, and it's just like the last thing I want to do is cook. So, and Jared's the same way. Like, he gets up and he doesn't want to cook before work. He actually might be moving to days here this week. I hope so, because that will put us on a closer schedule, and I might be able to see him for more than 2 hours a day, and that'd be awesome. Or, like when he just doesn't sleep like yesterday. So, anyway, as I said, I've made some improvements this week. One, I'm trying to find the name of it, so sorry I'm not looking at the camera here. I got an app, it's called Alarmed, and it reminds me. I never forget breakfast. It's pretty much I get up, I get breakfast, I go out the door, or I go to work at home. So, but I won't remember to snack because I previously haven't done snacks. But then by the time I get to lunch, especially if I get up at, if I'm working at home, I get up at, pretty much get up at 7, get breakfast, which is a yogurt, and then I sit here, and then suddenly I look up and it's 2, 3 p.m. and I'm starving. Sometimes it's 1, but again, it's just too long, and then I'm super hungry, and then I eat too much. So I have this alarm that just has this little Joel Sargent telling me that's an order to have lunch at 11, and then I've added a snack at 3 p.m., which my portioned veggies or fruit. I'm probably gonna do the veggies in the afternoon and the fruit at night, just because I prefer that. And then yeah, so I have my 2 snacks scheduled. I won't forget dinner because we pretty much have dinner when I get home, but that just keeps me on an even keel, right? So I can't forget, because I will forget, or I just won't have any concept of time, and then I'm just shoving everything in my face. So, because I'm super hungry. So yeah, and crock potting up a storm here. I'm making all my food and Jared's food for the week. He's kind of helping me as far as that goes. Yesterday helped me portion stuff out, sort of, and then he's actually going to be eating everything I am. I had to kind of talk to him about it, and he is going to kind of give up the Cheez-Its and stuff like that too a little bit because I struggle, and he's very supportive, and I appreciate it a lot. So we're not always on the same page because he doesn't really have much weight to lose, like 30 pounds maybe. That's it. So, and his job is super active. It's kind of a construction wiring type situation. So he's always moving, always active. I mean, like his arms have gotten significantly bigger in muscle just from starting this job a few months ago. August? Yeah. So, I mean, it's just I sit at a desk all day. It's a very different thing. So, yeah. But anyway, my week. I have busted my hump for workouts. I have been pretty good on food. I won't say that I've been perfect, which is why I'm implementing some of the changes here this week. And, but it hasn't been horrible, right? I haven't gone so far off the deep end that I'm like, ooh. So I'm really happy with that. And I posted a 2-pound loss. So I'm back to 266. I am getting closer to being back to where I was before October. So I am pretty happy with that. I'll get there. Gotta tell you, I'm really looking back forward to getting closer to that 50-pound loss. I really, really am. Because it's a thing for me. So yeah. But one of my chickens went broody a couple weeks ago. And she finally stopped, which is good because I don't want to have to give her fertile eggs so she can hatch freaking eggs and have babies. I just don't. But she finally gave up on that. I had been throwing her out of the coop a couple times a day so she would eat and drink. Otherwise, she just wanted to sit on those eggs. She was really wanting to sit on those eggs. So she finally gave up today, and she is back out and roaming the yard. My cute little dodo's back to her normal self. I'm very happy about this. So that's my week. Did a ton of yard work yesterday. Lots of weeding. We hadn't done it in a while, and my front yard is horrible. It's like invasion of the freaking dandelions. So yeah, it's kind of sad because we don't have weeds in our backyard anymore. I say anymore because we did originally, and then we got chickens, and we don't have landscaping in our backyard anymore. So I guess we didn't really have landscaping anyway. We added some, but they even ate the aloe. They will eat anything they can get to. They haven't eaten the yucca. We have 2 red yucca out there. I think they're just dying from lack of water. And but they have eaten all the leaves they can reach on all my citrus trees. So they're fantastic. I mean, if I didn't think they could get hit by a car or run away, because they would, I would let them in my front yard just to deal with the dandelions, because I would never, ever have to weed ever again. I might not have plants in my front yard, but who cares? I don't have to weed. I don't like yard work, but I think it's good for me because, so I work out pretty much every day, and level of intensity is but I mean, sometimes I really push myself, but there's something about working outside or doing like yard work and stuff like that that is harder. It's something about like the bending over and then the standing up and then the bending over, or like putting my head below my heart or whatever. It's just like, I'll be like, oh my God, I'm gonna pass out. I mean, it's not quite that bad, but I mean, it feels harder, even though I know it's not as hard as I like bust it when I'm doing like actual cardio. So clearly I need to do it more. It's good for me anyway, and keeps my yard looking nice, which I appreciate. And since we don't use chemicals on the yard, I just give the weeds to the chickens. Chicken bouvet works for me. On another note, I don't really talk about makeup because I don't use much makeup. I mean, I use makeup, but I don't use a lot of makeup. I had to get new foundation, which I hate because I can never find whatever I had before. And it always reminds me just how neon white I am. I always have to buy the palest color they have, short of the goth white. But I wanted to try one of the sticks because to blend out my foundation, I use my fingers, which works pretty well. I love this thing. Oh my God, you just paint yourself, stick it all over your face, and then just smear it in, and I like it. It doesn't mean I don't have to like rub it in and then or squirt it on or whatever. I like it. It's just it's a Maybelline Shine Free porcelain foundation. So I'm really happy I found that. So, yay, my week. But yeah, my everything hurts though. I gotta tell you. I read a book this week. It was the new Chris Powell book. They had it on Kindle for $2.99. I'm like, I'll try it. I like his show. I don't know that I could ever be part of one of those shows. I mean, maybe it would be really good for me. Maybe it would do the army whole re-imaging the mental thing, and maybe that would fix me, or at least put me in a position where I had to be accountable, and it would speed the whole process up significantly. But it just looks crazy to me. It looks crazy. What they go through in a day just seems dangerous. Like, I don't know that I wouldn't just have heart failure and die. So, yeah. I don't know. Kudos to everyone, who does that show and is successful, because that is freaking awesome. I see them as hugely motivational. I totally watch them all the time, but I don't know that I ever have any huge desire to be on them. But I like the show enough that I decided to read the book, and some of the stuff that he said makes sense to me. Some of it I'm just like, moving on. But I think that's me just kind of beating to my own drum. But some of it is, some of the stuff he said really made sense to me and kind of hit a note. And it's, and this isn't just about weight, this is other stuff, and people do this a lot to themselves. But it's like how one of the things he said was how we make promises to other people and we will just bend over backwards sometimes to keep those promises. But the first person we will break a promise to is ourselves. And that's true. I will always be like, I don't have time, I'm not going to do it. Or, I just don't care today, I'm not going to do it. But like, if I say I'm going to do something for someone else, I do it. So, I find that interesting. So, he had a little sheet where he likes do 3 promises: mind, body, and food. So I did 3 promises, and then he said to pick one. And to start small, make a promise that you will never break to yourself. And I picked, for my very first promise to myself that I will never break, is 15 minutes of exercise per day. 15 minutes of exercise per day isn't hard. I will always be able to find 15 minutes to walk around the block or whatever. I mean, anything. I mean, like he said, it could be cleaning, it can be walking, it can be walking in place. It doesn't matter. I mean, what the activity isn't important. It's just, well, he actually said 5 minutes. Okay, he said 5 minutes. But I'm saying 15. I'm 15 minutes of activity of some sort per day that isn't just sitting at the desk or, walking back and forth to the bathroom or walking around the house or something. I mean, actual trying to work out kind of thing, some sort of activity. So I can do that. I have done way more than that this week, but I think that's a promise that I can maintain to myself. And yeah, I thought it was overall a good book. I don't think his calling is as a writer, but I thought the book was a little segmented. I thought the book had a lot of good information, but like he'd tell you about something and then not actually talk about it or like explain it until later in the book. He'd like try to get you hyped about it in the beginning of the book and then go into it later in the book, which I don't like. I would rather just block it out, or whatever. I think it's a worthwhile read. I don't think it's the best written book in the world. There you go. But I think some of the information in there is definitely worth a $2.99 book. I think it's worth more than that actually, but that's me. I use that kind of stuff to kind of keep myself motivated and remember why I'm doing this and just etc. So yeah, that was my week. I have a pretty good update. So yeah, I am a crock-pot and fiend today. Last night I put something in and then I forgot some stuff and I realized I don't have enough plastic containers to do like a portion for 2 people all week. So I sent Jared to the store to get some plastic reusable containers and some other stuff that I didn't have while I did this video. And we're doing laundry, so I am in my I bought the shirt and I love it. It just doesn't fit. It never has. Too big. And then I just never sent it back. And then Kai put holes in it. These are supposed to be there. Or these are supposed to be there, but not the other ones. The Kai put them there with his claws. So, yeah. I'm babbling. Okay. So, yeah. I hope you are all having a fantastic week and I will talk to you later.